Hello everyone, my name is Claire, also known as That Weird Fish, and I'm here today to tell you the 3 things you need to know before buying a BJD. Now what is a BJD? BJD stands for Ball Jointed Doll. That's because their joints, such as their elbows and their shoulders, are made with ball joints. So that's a joint that is rounded with a channel in the middle for elastic to pass through and give them a wide range of mobility. BJDs are primarily made of resin, which is a type of plastic that is sensitive to sunlight. So if you have a BJD or want to buy one, please keep that in mind to prevent yellowing. Yellowing is a discoloration of the resin. They come in many shades and many sizes. Shades ranging from a skin tone like this, which is kind of yellowish, to a more fleshy skin tone, all the way down to dark tans, and even fantasy colors such as black, lilac, and gray. There are 3 main sizes of BJDs. The USDs, or tinies, which range between 20 and 30 centimeters. MSDs, like this one, which range around 30 to 45 centimeters. And then SD dolls, which are the largest scale of doll, and they range anywhere from 50 to 70 centimeters and beyond. The larger sculpts tend to be more mature aesthetically, while the smaller sculpts tend to be more chibi or immature. Most dolls originate from Asia, though there are many sculptors around the world. This is an example of an MSD doll. This is a Resin Soul Sang, and that I've named August. Now, the second thing you need to know is that BJDs are an investment. This is not a cheap hobby. Even though these are wonderful dolls, they do come with a hefty price tag. It takes many hours to sculpt, mold, and cast BJDs, and that adds to their price. They are also in high demand, which makes them even more expensive. The mid-range price for an MSD is around $200, and the price goes higher for dolls that are in more demand, like the Fairyland or Doll Chateau brand of dolls, and also for independent artist sculpts. For example, Color Theory's Eerie costs around $700, and she is a mid-range artist sculpt doll. And the price of the doll does not cover shipping, and it does not cover eyes, clothes, and wigs, or even a face-up. That's just for the blank doll, just itself. Now, if you want a face-up, like August here, you would have to pay a little bit extra. For me, when I purchased August, I had to pay an extra $25 on top of the $165 price tag to get a company face-up. And furthermore, if you want things like wigs or custom eyes or custom clothing, you would have to pay more. Clothing ranges around $20 each, wigs anywhere from $15 to $20 or even more. If you're buying an animal fiber wig, those can get expensive. So easily you could be spending over $300 on a single MSD doll. And that's something you really have to consider before joining this hobby. Are you willing to pay that much money for a hunk of resin that's going to sit on your shelf and look pretty? Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. You could also do face-ups and make clothes yourself, though that involves a commitment of time and more money to gather materials. So really think about how much your budget is and how much you want to spend before buying a BJD. Now, how to acquire BJDs? That's the third point. There are many ways in which you could buy a BJD. You could buy directly from the company, you can go through the secondhand market, or you can go through a distributor, also known as a dealer. Buying directly from the companies, such as through Mirodoll, gives you 100% legitimacy in what you're getting. You're getting a 100% legitimate doll, and most likely you're going to get a COA a doll box, and the doll itself. Now, what is the doll box? Here's an example of the doll box that my Sing came in. Now, Resin Sew is partners with Bobopi, their sister company, so that's why this one says Bobopi instead of Resin Sew. But as you can see, it is a large box. That's another thing you have to consider. Do you have the space for a BJD? Because they can get big, especially if you want an SD size doll. They are pretty big. Now, what's inside the box? Inside the box, you will find some cushioning or fabric. For example, this is a pouch and your doll. Oftentimes they will come with a COA, which is Certificate of Authenticity, and other accessories that you bought. Sometimes companies will throw in a free pair of eyes as well as your doll. Though dealing with these companies can be a little bit difficult, particularly because there's a language barrier. Most of these dolls come from Asia, and if you're in an English making company, English speaker, you're going to have to deal with the language barrier of the companies being primarily Asian. Or other languages and stuff. You get what I mean. Another way to buy BJDs is through a dealer such as Denver Doll. Denver Doll deals directly with the companies for you so that you can save a little bit on shipping and time when you purchase through Denver Doll, particularly if you're in the US, because Denver Doll is based in the US. The third and final way, that's the most common way to acquire a BJD, is through the secondhand market. Now, on the secondhand market, you have to be careful because there are scammers out there, there are recasters out there. Recasters are people who take a doll, a legit doll from a company, copy it and cast it, and then claim it's a legit doll, so you have to be wary of that. Often, some of the signifiers of a recast doll is that they're incredibly cheap, their quality is not that good, and they won't come with a COA. And COA or other identifiers on the doll, such as the company brand or logo, that's marked usually on the doll's head. So yeah, do your research if you plan to buy secondhand market. You can find great deals on there, and rarer dolls that are no longer in production, but you do have to be careful and do your research. Regardless of how you buy it, BJDs take a long time to ship. They can take anywhere from a couple months to half a year. It all depends on where you're buying from, who you're buying from, and how much in demand is that doll. And it depends on company to company, and I've heard of some companies taking over half a year to sometimes a whole year or more to ship out their dolls. So be wary of that. Anyway, I hope that you find this helpful and informative. Helpful and informative with you venturing into buying BJDs. Link to companies and dolls mentioned in this video will be down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you'd enjoyed that content, and don't forget to ring that bell for more awesome content. Hope you have a great day and keep on swimming. Bye.